Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies video. Today we are talking about Mauer Der Toten, which is going to be releasing in just a few weeks time with Season 4 Reloaded, which I'm very excited about since the community has been waiting for this next round-based map for quite some time, and Berlin is such a perfect area to explore within zombies, one that is familiar to us but one that has many unexplored secrets as well. In this video I'm going to be talking about a bunch of gameplay stuff related to Mauer Der Toten. I will be making a separate video talking more about the storyline of Mauer Der Toten because with the release of Season 4 we've received a bunch of new intel that's given us a lot more information about where the storyline is going to be heading within this next map. But this video is just going to be focusing on more of the gameplay related stuff. I will touch on some of the storyline aspects, but I will be mainly focusing on the gameplay stuff. And before I get into all of that, this video has been kindly sponsored by Dragon City. Dragon City is a free-to-play game that's available on both Android and iOS devices, but also Windows and Amazon products. Got what it takes to master this dragon game and collect and breed tons of adorable, fire-breathing dragons, train them to your will, grow your collection, build your city, and prove your might to be the top dragon master in the world. There are over 80 million players worldwide, so do not miss out on this phenomenon. Build a dragon city on floating islands, fill it with farms, habitats, and buildings, as well as tons of dragons, breed cute baby dragons, treat them well, and build farms to feed and evolve them into stunning monsters to expand your collection and battle them in the game's PvP arenas. There are over 1,000 different dragons to collect to make your dragon city grow, breed 2 dragons together to get new ones, combine dragons of fire, nature, pure, legends, and many other elements to breed unique hybrids and expand your dragon city collection. Feed and train your dragons to take them into battle. There are different PvP modes and you can fight in real time against your friends. There are special events every week to discover and play new adventures, and you can also collect dragons from these events. What's more is you can find many of your favorite YouTubers in Dragon City such as Dream, George Not Found, Eddie VR, and many others. Summon dragons to your city from a magical world in the Tree of Life and try their skills. Collect orbs and empower your dragons, see their strength in battle grow. Unlock advanced game features like the Ancient World and build the Guardian Dragon Towers. Decorate your dragons with cool dragon skins from special events, and join alliances to battle with other dragon masters in the game. Chat with them, trade orbs in the trading hub, share in alliance gift events, and open alliance chests. So if this game sounds awesome to you, you can click my link in the description to check out the game and get exclusive special rewards in the game, including 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the very rare Thief Chief Dragon. These will only be available for new users and for 7 days until July 1st. Make sure you have the latest version of the game installed, otherwise you won't be able to redeem the loot. Anyways, bringing it back to the subject of Mauer Der Toten that you've all clicked on the video for. So obviously, within the Season 4 broadcast, we received this little teaser trailer, and we actually got a look at part of the map, which are these fire trains. However, a lot of people were thinking from the prior teaser that these trains on Mauer Der Toten are going to be a transport method, so there would be an underground subway, and that would be a way to get around the map. But judging from the teaser, it doesn't really look like this is going to be a method of transport. The train is fully on fire, it doesn't really look habitable. I don't know about you guys, maybe there's going to be some trains that are on fire that are unusable and some that are usable. We will just have to wait and see, but we do see these fire zombies jump from them, so that's going to be a new enemy type on the map. I'm guessing they'll just explode when you shoot them, similar to the hellhounds in this game. But yeah, this area looks very dark and very creepy. This teaser that we received really reminds me of the initial Die Maschine teaser before Black Ops Cold War Zombies was even revealed. It definitely looks like they are going for a bit of a horror aspect with this map, and of course we can already kind of preview Mauer Der Toten within the U-Bahn gunfight map that we can play within Onslaught Containment. Unfortunately, it is just for PlayStation users right now, but yeah, obviously this map does take place within the Berlin subway system, and it's a bit of a recreation from the Brick in the Wall campaign mission, which is once again another preview of Mauer Der Toten, since both these maps are covering the exact same terrain. So I'm sure the U-Bahn map is actually going to be explorable within Mauer Der Toten, as well as as a bunch of the areas that we got to explore within the Brick in the Wall campaign mission. And we do see this shot within the trailer where we see sort of more of the open area of the city, and we do see that there is a lookout tower there, and this area actually looks to be the opposite area to Kino Der Toten, because like I've talked about within plenty of other videos, just outside of Kino Der Toten you can see the Berlin TV tower in the distance, and where this area is actually another one of these lookout towers that we also see within this teaser. And it looks like within this teaser we're looking at the Berlin TV tower from the opposite side, because we can see the Berlin TV tower within the distance. So of course there's been a bunch of leaks and rumors that this map is going to feature, you know, part of Kino Der Toten, and I'm wondering if what if it's not actually going to be a playable area, but it's just going to be something that we see within the distance. Maybe we'll be able to see this undead Nazi theater in the distance, but we're not actually going to be able to explore it, or maybe we're going to be able to enter it within the Easter egg or something like that, because of course there were other rumors flowing around that Kino Der Toten wouldn't be a part of this map, so maybe that explains where these different rumors are coming from. Maybe it's going to be a part of the map, it's just not going to be playable, and it's just going to be something that we're going to see within the distance, since it is set so close to the Berlin TV tower that we can also see within the teaser. Anyways, judging from this shot, this map really looks very similar to Shadows of Evil, and I loved Shadows of Evil. Personally, it's my favorite zombies map. I love the atmosphere, I love the neon lights, I love everything about the vibe, and it seems like this map is going for a very similar vibe. I do wonder whether there is going to be dynamic environments and weather on the map, because we did receive another teaser before and the atmosphere looks a lot more blue and brighter, but then within this shot it looks a lot darker. I wonder if these shots were just taken at different points in development, or whether there is going to be dynamic weather, because they're both set at night and we do see that it is lightly raining. It doesn't seem to be too heavy, so yeah, we're going to be getting very similar vibes to the Brick in the Wall campaign mission. But from this shot, I think that this might actually be the spawn room. I'm not 100% sure, but as you can see, it looks like in the center there is a box area, which would be quite a unique spawn location if it is literally just a box, very reminiscent of the Custom Zombies box maps. But we do see down below that there are a bunch of zombies that are stationary, and I do think that we're probably going to be able to get on top or maybe explore a lot of these higher up buildings, so we could maybe look down at this area from a distance. And we do see that there is a zombie that is staring at the light that is coming from the lookout tower. It's staring right into the beam of light and it's not moving, it's just staring at it. So I'm wondering if these could be used as a distraction, or maybe if the zombies get caught in the lights from the lookout tower, they pause for a second to see what's going on. Anyways, bringing up the next thing I want to talk about, and that is the Mega Barrel. So as you guys know, this apparent wonder weapon has been leaked from data miners from the Cheeseburger Boys for quite some time, and a lot of the community thought that this wonder weapon might be coming within either of the Outbreak Easter eggs. However, we have not ended up seeing it, so I'm wondering if the Mega Barrel is instead going to be the wonder weapon on Mauer Der Toten and not in Outbreak like we all thought before. And it looks like the Mega Barrel might be an attachment that goes onto your weapon as opposed to it being a weapon itself, which is very similar to the attachments that you could get in Extinction in COD Ghosts or in Infinite Warfare Zombies. And yeah, I'm guessing Mega Barrel isn't the actual name of this attachment, it's probably just the developer name, and maybe the gameplay that we've seen thus far of it isn't really a true representation of what it actually is, just because it has obviously been data mined. And also, I wonder whether the actual name could be the O Mega Barrel, since obviously within the second Outbreak Easter egg, Operation Excision, the helicopter was shot down by Omega, and Raptor 1 seems to either be dead or unconscious, and we have seemingly been captured by Kravchenko, and he tells us to surrender. So it seems like in Mauer Der Toten, we are actually going to be switching sides now. Us, the players, the operators, are going to be playing for Omega instead, as we have surrendered and hold allegiance to them now. But maybe our characters still hold allegiance to Requiem, and maybe within the Easter egg we're going to try and escape from Omega's grasp. I don't know, but at the end of the day, from the intel, it's very evident that both Requiem and Omega are not really the true evil. Both of them are just as bad as each other, to be honest. The true evil is what lies within the Dark Ether, which are the Nazi zombies that are going to be escaping on this Mauer Der Toten map, and also the first one, the accursed one, Dr. Money and the Shadow Man recombined, that is likely going to be escaping within the Easter egg for Mauer Der Toten, or potentially within the final zombies map. I really won't be surprised if it is going to be the final boss fight on the final map, map. But yeah, going off on a bit of a tangent, bringing it back to the Mega Barrel. This is a really awesome gameplay concept image that was made by Fajati for DK Dynamite, and it's set within the U-Bahn section that we can play within Gunfight. And yeah, this looks really awesome. It's a really nice concept, but judging from the gameplay that we've seen of the Mega Barrel, it seems to actually have different elemental effects and abilities of the boss zombies within the game. So we have the Russian Mangler's Blast, we have the electric shots from the Tempest, and maybe there's going to be some other effects as well, such as the Panzer Soldat's rockets, maybe some effects of the Mimics. We will just have to wait and see, since obviously on Outbreak in the Ural Mountains, both Omega and Requiem have been capturing and experimenting on the different enemy types. So now that we are going to be playing for Omega, I'm guessing we are going to get hooked up from the Omega scientists with the Mega Barrel, thanks to the technology from the Ural Mountains. Maybe in order to get the different elemental effects of the Mega Barrel, we actually have to capture these enemy types to secrete whatever we need from them to get the different effects. Or maybe the Mega Barrel is just going to have all of the effects of the different boss zombies by default, and you're going to be able to alter between them as opposed to it being separate. Anyways, the next thing I want to mention is obviously within the Season 4 broadcast, there was a very interesting teaser from Kevin, Drew, and Craig Houston, where they were hinting at stuff on Mauer Der Toten, and the majority of it is censored, unfortunately. I'm sure you've seen this clip before, but I will play it for you again if you haven't already seen it.
And it's not something that we can talk about, but I'm telling you, Kevin, and the are going to be two of the most popular things we have ever done, because is fucking hilarious in a very, very dry way, and also the with the voice I really was laughing so much over the last few days
Also,
recording it.
Got a glow up, just like where it's got when you drink the perk, so.
And yeah, it's kind of hard to make out what exactly is said there, but it sounds like Kevin Drew says Double Tap got a glow up just like Tombstone, where it has two different abilities, obviously because Tombstone was added on Firebase C, and they basically combine the effects of Tombstone with Who's Who. So maybe Double Tap is going to be the next perk, and it's going to be similar to Tombstone, where they've combined the effects of Double Tap with another perk from the past. I don't know what perk that will be, but let me know some of your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section down below. I do think that Double Tap is going to be the next perk though, and it seems like Kevin Drew was hinting at it. He sounds like it's going to be absolutely awesome though. Obviously recently the zombies' health was buffed on high rounds, and I'm guessing that was done because Double Tap is on the horizon. That's going to make us a lot more powerful, since we're probably going to be able to double our fire rate and also our bullet penetration, as well as some other effects if they have combined it with another perk. And Craig Houston talked about recently recording some lines that are very funny, and he's never laughed so much, which makes it sound like he was probably referring to a gimmicky free Juggernog loot crate Easter egg similar to the Coffin dance Easter egg on D Machina. Maybe there's going to be an Easter egg like that on Mauer Der Toten where the zombies are going to dance again, or there's going to be funny audio lines. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of that Craig Houston was referencing. We will likely see another field upgrade on Mauer Der Toten 2. We have no information on what this is going to be, but I feel like it might be the Lightning Links field upgrade that was leaked before launch. It sounds like it's something similar to the effects of Deadwire maybe, but we're not exactly sure what it is. In terms of the other perks that we're going to see at some point, we obviously have Mule Kick and PhD Flopper releasing at some point too. Drake did say that there is going to be a new Killstreak / Scorestreak added as well, and we don't know what that is going to be, but the hand cannon was added to multiplayer with Season 4, so maybe that's going to be coming to zombies as well. The next thing that I want to mention is thanks to Magua, there has been some weird electric creature / orb that's been seen stalking us within the final step of the second Outbreak Easter egg, Operation Excision, where we exfil the rover through the Dark Ether incursion zone to the other side on Sanatorium. We do see this electric orb in the distance doing some weird stuff, and then it disappears at the end when we make our way to the other side of Sanatorium. So I am wondering whether this could be similar to the Order teaser on D Machina, where we saw it on D Machina, and then we saw order on Firebase Z and Outbreak. Maybe this electric thing is actually going to show up within Mauer Der Toten or the final DLC map. But yeah, we don't know exactly what this is, but obviously within the intel, we learn that Gregory Weaver accidentally killed a young child, a young boy to be specific. Now, in the past, from Samantha's diary, we thought that this boy was referring to Eddie, the new incarnation of Richthofen. It turns out that that is definitely not the case. We thought that because she said she feels like he is dangerous. Well, this boy is someone completely unrelated. Basically, Weaver went on an operation by the CIA in Iran to kill an officer slash official, and he burnt down a house, and he didn't know a boy was in there, and unfortunately they ended up perishing. And Samantha obviously is very angry at Weaver because of this. She feels guilty, etc, etc. But it seems like this boy has somehow ended up in the dark ether, and he seems to be the voices that we hear from these orbs that we see within Outbreak that we can get the free points from, and also the red orb that we see within the second Outbreak Easter egg. And his bunny is called Mr. Peaks. So the bunny that we have in the mystery box and stuff like that is in fact his bunny, which is very interesting. So it's not Samantha's after all. And yeah, he seems to be up to some weird stuff in the dark ether. I'm wondering if he could actually be that anomaly that was following us, since within the step, the bunny is actually protecting us, that when we go through the dark ether, that's why we have the ring around us. I do wonder whether we're going to be seeing order on Mauer Der Toten 2. And the last thing I want to mention is that it feels like Samantha Maxis could potentially die within a future map, maybe within the final map, because she seemed very emotional in the interview with Craig Houston. She was trying to hold back tears.
Julie, it's always a pleasure to work with you and to talk to you. I do consider you not only one of my favorite collaborators, but also a very, very good friend. Don't you dare start crying. Thank you so much for everything you've done over the years for this amazing experience.
Thank you. I stopped myself from crying. The feeling is mutual.
So maybe she's going to die, and that's going to be the climax of this game. We know that she has these dark ether ethereal powers now from being within the dark ether. She was actually able to move a book within the intel, and we have this calling card that shows Valentina with this book and all of the dark ether energy coming out. So there's some weird stuff going on. So maybe in the final DLC, she's going to have to sacrifice herself or something like that to stop the accursed one, the first one, or maybe seal up the dark ether for good. Or maybe she will use her powers to try and seal up the dark ether, but will die in doing so. We know from the intel that the director of Requiem wants to experiment on her because she has these powers, and they're trying to harness them from her. So there's a lot of conflict brewing, but some people think that Eddie could in fact be the director of Requiem. We will just have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, I'll talk more about storyline stuff in a future video. There is a lot to go over, honestly, because I haven't been making many storyline videos, so I'm very behind. But I just want to catch you all up on where the storyline is heading, moving into this Berlin Mauer Der Toten map. The last thing that I want to say is just a quick reminder that this video has been kindly sponsored by Dragon City. If you want to check out the game, click the link at the top of this video's description to claim your exclusive rewards. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.